so other big stories of 2022. This is just a miscellaneous section because I didn't really know where to put them. First, let's talk about Beyonce's 7th album that came out, Renaissance. Okay. Actually a very good album. Not exactly what I wanted from Beyonce. I still want my R&B. I just really, really want my R&B Beyonce album to come. But Renaissance actually is a good album. I've sat and I've listened to it and I've deemed that it is good stuff there, you guys. And that was a big splash. Big splash when Renaissance came out. House music. Just a little different than what we expected. But you know what? Beyonce was like, fuck it, honey. I've been off and I'm going to do what the hell I want to do. I'm going to be ahead of the curve. I'm going to put this house music album out, or this dance, I should say dance music, not necessarily house music, dance music. And yeah, it was a big deal. Made some people mad. Khalees, we can't forget about Khalees being upset that Beyonce used a sample of Milkshake in one of her songs. I never ever could hear it. And I even had a few of you guys reach out and try to tell me exactly where it was in the song and all of this. And I was just like, I never could hear it. I don't understand why Khalees is upset. Beyonce hurried up and took her name off of the damn song and actually removed the little part about that had Milkshake or sounded like Milkshake. She ended up removing that from the music that was streamed. And so it was just sort of like, okay, bitches, I tried to give you some money and tried to pay y'all about it, and you still was upset about it. And, you know, I understand people was like, well, that's her song and da-da-da-da. But once Beyonce took her information off of the damn song, then it was over. Okay. How'd y'all feel about that Beyonce album? It is nice, you guys. It's still not what I want. Like, I really, really want the R&B album, but this one was definitely a pretty good album, you guys. Another story that was big was the R&B verses. That one that was meant to be between Mario, or Mario, depending on what part of the United States you're from, Mario and Omarion. But not just giving us those two, we also got many other male R&B singers that came. And child, we had Bobby Valentino, and we had old boy from Pretty Ricky Pleasure P, and we had Sammy, and we had Ray J, and we had Jeremiah, and we had a whole bunch of other people that was up there. And that shit, when I tell you that is classic, that shit is gonna go down in history as one of the funniest fucking verses, if not the funniest verses that has ever happened. I mean, it's entertaining as hell. I don't even feel like they've had another verses since that, because it's just like, how did we top this kind of shit? Now, we did get something that came from that verses. We have RSVP. I just told you guys about their album. I'm sorry, not their album, their song that just dropped a couple of weeks ago. And that is only because the four of them had gotten together after that versus battle and decided that, you know, they could really do something together. You know, Ray J is always going to get to the bag, honey. He don't care if he the brunt of the joke or what. Okay, as long as there's money to be made, Ray J is going to be a part of it. Okay. Oh, and that was another big story. Another big story this year was Ray J blasting the Kardashians. I'm going to just throw that in here right now since we talking. But yeah, Ray J coming up with the receipts and basically saying how him and Kim Kardashian, I mean, it was shit that we already knew, but Ray J really showing the receipts this time. It was just sort of like, but it wasn't nothing surprising. And you know what? It did not hurt the Kardashians at all, because them people are so used to being caught up in scandal and shit that it's like water off a fucking duck's back. Like, they don't even give a damn. It's just like, okay, what they saying about us today? And they get through that and they move on and they still make their millions and they still be out there doing what they do with y'all black men, and y'all be mad and all of that. They still do all of that. So, that wasn't as big of a, but it was big when it was happening, just because we wanted to actually see the paperwork and the things. It just was confirmation, like, damn, Y'all really had all of that figured out, and you just really thought that Ray J was going to continue to go with the story. But I never felt bad for Ray J, because when you made the decision to go along with it, you was fine, you know? So it was just sort of like, you already knew how the Kardashians was. You continue to let them push forward that story and knowing that it wasn't true because you got paid. Well, now you got to worry about how your kids see you in the future. Now you wanting us to be mad at them and stuff. Mr. got back. See if he got my damn orange juice. Yeah, but that R&B versus, back to the story. That R&B versus was classic. I could watch that shit right now and have a good laugh. Ray J and him singing with the baby in his hand and him getting mad that they was teasing him and singing his song better than him and all of that. Woo! Elon Musk purchasing Twitter. That was a big story of 2022. He tried to back out of that purchase. I think what did he spend? $44 billion. And people say the only reason why he bought Twitter is because he wanted to have control over what the right-wing people are able to say and not say on social media. It was just part of his ego, you guys, that he really didn't realize that he was getting himself so caught up in all of the shit that has come with being a CEO of Twitter, the owner, I should say, of Twitter. He done fired half the staff and half the executive staff. He ain't trying to pay them people they money. It's just a whole lot. Just a whole lot, you know. And now he's saying that as soon as he can find somebody that's crazy enough to be the CEO of Twitter, that he is going to step down, which is still like, oh, okay, well, so you won't be, you know, you will still be pulling the strings and making all the decisions. You'll just have somebody else there in the front so that we won't be pissed off at Elon Musk all the time, right? That's what that is, child. So we can't worry ourselves about it. But yeah, that story was huge. And all I know is the guy that sold Twitter made off like a fat cat. He probably was like, woo, give me this money and let me get the hell on. We had WendyWilliamsDecline, which has been going on for some time now, but this year has been especially bad. And now we realize that Wendy is not in any condition to really be out there on anybody talk show, podcast, or anything else until Wendy can get, you know, control of her life and her medical issues and her mental issues and all the things that's going on with her. She has no control over it because I think that her team is untrustworthy, and I don't know who we actually can believe and not believe. And Wells Fargo felt the same way, obviously, and now they have taken control of her accounts, her bank accounts, or her bills are not getting paid the way that they should be. It's a lot going on with Wendy Williams. Actually, very, very sad. I think that a lot of people, I think it's a lot of things that have happened. I think Wendy Williams has probably rubbed a lot of people that were initially in her corner the wrong way, and they have decided not to be around her anymore. And that has brought other people around her that they can't trust. You know, then she couldn't trust those people. So she got rid of those people. And now she's got some other people, and we don't know where these people came from and if we should be trusting them. And, you know, if you've hired them on in your mental state, we don't even know if them, you know, it's just sort of like so much going on with Wendy Williams. The story is so sad. I really hope that, and I feel like her parents, you know, her mom is not there anymore. And that was the only person that really could speak to Wendy Williams. You know, I don't know how her relationship is with her father. We always knew that she was very close with her mom. But she can't trust her brother be in the news talking, and family members and all that. You know, she has a young 21, 22-year-old son who doesn't know what he's supposed to be doing. You know, she has an ex-husband who is out there complaining about him not getting his damn money. All right. And threatening to put a tell-all out there and doing all of this. And child, we still gonna try to see how long his fiance, his queen, like he likes to call her, stays around. It's a mess. But that Wendy Williams decline has been a very sad story for 2022 because but I did see something of her recently that she actually looked good. But them eyes, child, they still don't look like it still looks like something is wrong. But hopefully she is on the right path, and hopefully she can get control for 2023, because at least she needs to be able to have access to her money. That shit is some bullshit, y'all. Another story that was big was Serena Williams retiring, and then her stepping back on that retirement promise, and deciding that she may actually come back to the game. She said that she hasn't left the court 100%. She doesn't know when she'll be back, but remember, she was saying that she wanted to spend more time with her family, with her daughter, and her husband, and concentrate on other business ventures that she has. But I would imagine when you have dedicated something like, you know, tennis or whatever it is that you've dedicated your life to, it is hard to just step away from that. It's probably very difficult for her. So for her to really, in her mind, to say, oh yeah, I'm done, I'm not doing no more tennis, I'm doing other things now, I'm gonna be with my daughter and my husband, it's probably hard for her. Same like when people retire from like their job that they've been working for the government for 40 and 50 years, you know, then when they decide that it's time to go, they don't know what to do with their life. That might be Serena, even though Serena it's different when you work for the government and you retire and you don't know what to do with your life. And if you Serena Williams and you retire, you don't know what to do with your life because you are rich. So you can always figure out something to do with your damn life. So yeah, that was a big story also. Oh, Jesse Williams' penis, child. Y'all remember that? Ooh, child. Now this is gonna wrap up this whole video, honey. Now y'all know I'm not usually big on seeing like that doesn't do anything for me, but sometimes it's fascinating to see a person that we look at. Now Jesse Williams has been a good looking man, okay, but he kind of small, you know, he small frame kind of man. You know, I need some man with some huff, some girth, not girth, but you know, some man that's, you know, just, you know, huskier man. I know they can hold on to me and shit. You know, me and Jesse Williams, we look like we about to weigh the same, you know. But child, that ding. So he was on a play on Broadway. He was in a play on Broadway. I don't remember what the name of the play is, but it was about a gay baseball player that was coming out. And so he was playing the baseball player. And I guess it was a scene where him and a potential lover or a lover that he was with, they were having a conversation, kind of like arguing, and he was naked, okay? And they tried to tell the people that was coming to see the play not to have your phones, do not take any videos. They would put your phones in a special locked bag, and they wouldn't unlock the bag until the play was over. You had to go and get it unlocked. But somebody must have snuck them something up in there and ended up taking video of him, honey. That thing just a swiggling and a swaggling and a flipping and a flapping around. And child, they put that shit on social media, and I was like, oh, now Jesse, who knew you was doing all of that? Child, that thing was big. I mean, it looked like it then came almost down to his kneecap, y'all. I swear for God, I'm not lying. And that was just really something, even though, you know, somebody was like, Roxanne, it's never good. You know, even this shouldn't happen to men or women. You know, like if this was a woman and this happened, we would feel a different way. And I was like, you're right. We should not be oogling over this man and his big thing up there on the damn stage. But, you know, I was just like, it was just so, I mean, you know, we'd think a rapper, you know, your little tiny fizzle pop or somebody along those lines would, you know, those kind of things would happen. But when it's somebody like a Jesse Williams, honey, you can't help yourself but to get a good little look-see. I was like, okay, Jesse, I know. That's probably why that damn wife was just like, you know, didn't want to get that divorce at first. And honey, now she done gave him the blues because she remembered. I was like, I wonder if he know what to do with that big old thing. Yeah, that was a big story. That was a big story in 2022. But anyway, you guys, that's it. We're going to wrap it up right there. I can't talk no more. I've been out in this hot ass car for over 2 hours now. So yeah, let me get back in here and get to this work. Y'all let me know of what other huge stories of 2022 that I might have missed. I'm sure that there are many others. I was just trying to narrow it down. But you guys are welcome to put your stories, your recollections down there in the comment section. All right, you guys. guys, that's it. So I just want to say Happy New Year's to the rock stars out there. Like I said, I want y'all to be safe. No drinking and driving. If you're going to be drinking, get your ass in the Lyft or Uber. Stay where you are, okay? Or let somebody else that's sober drive. All right? And be careful, because you know motherfuckers be shooting and all of that on New Year's. I'm expecting it to start Friday night, you know, and it'll probably be going on between the... See, the thing is, you don't know if it's fireworks or shooting. All right, if you live in a black neighborhood, you don't know if it's fireworks or shooting. So I'm just going to tell you all to be very careful. Stay your ass in the house if you can, okay? If you're going out, just take your ass wherever you're going and then get into that establishment and stay the fucking there. All this going and doing and driving and shit, you just got to be careful, because folks are crazy, okay? I'm going to go up here and get my shit together so that I can clean my chitterlings on Saturday. You guys are going to get this video on Friday, but I'm letting you know that the chitterling cleaning will go down on Saturday, and then we'll be bringing in the new year, okay? So I really want you guys all to be very, very safe, and I will see you all in 2023. All right? We do this every single week. So make sure that you thumbs up this video, put your comments below, and subscribe if you haven't already. And make sure you come back. Happy New Year's, rock stars. Until next time, rock stars. Bye.